Alright, so last video we blocked out the eyelids, but how do we finish them? And what I mean by finish them is like how do we clean up the geometry, because if you take a look it's a bloody mess. Right, so what we need to do first of all is get rid of these bottom faces, so just hit delete. And so this is what we've got here. We can also hit delete here and get rid of the bottom faces on this eyelid as well. And there you have it. And so that's that bit done. And so now we need to clean up all this geometry and make it really nice. Now there's a tool for that is a bit of a saviour, to be honest with you. It's new in Maya 2020. Go to edit mesh. Where are you? No, mesh. There we go. Retopologize. Let us open it and reset. Boom. And so if you take a look at it, by default it says target face count 1000. Now we don't need 1000, that's way too much. I tend to use like about 20 or 30. So let's try 20 and see what happens. Now apply, boom, there you go. Now take a look at the geometry. It's nice and clean, you see. And now if you hit 3, look at that, nice and perfect. Now 20 might be a bit too low, so you can bump it up to 30. Apply, there you go. So it's 30. You might want to do even more. Let's check it out with the eyeballs. There we go. And let's hit 3. And as you can see, it's kind of like it's shrunk a little bit too much because we don't have enough geometry. You can always make it a bit bigger, or basically if you want to you can actually increase the topology. Let's apply. And so each time we're doing it, it's actually making it go smaller and smaller, as you can see. So what you want to do is just do Control Z and just take it back to the beginning, to the point where we, just before we did it for the first time. There we go. And so let's use 30, because if you remember I used 20. So boom, there we go. And I would say that's pretty good. Let's hit 3 and let's bring the eyeballs in, and there we go. And how quick and beautiful was that, eh? And we'll do the same here. So we've got it on 30, apply, boom, and there you have it. Close. And there you go. Look at that. That's the eyelids done. Now we can select both and just do delete history. Bring the eyeballs in, and look at that. We have the eyelids. Now obviously we need to create some thickness, so click on this just to isolate select, so you can just focus on this bit. Go back to 1 and double click on this edge loop here, there you go, and then just hit extrude and just bring it in. Now you got to be careful when you bring it in, because it kind of brings it in at an angle. Can you see? You might want that, you might not want that. Let's take a look at the eyeballs. Let's switch the eyeballs on. Now I personally don't really like it going in at an angle, so how do you remedy that? I'm doing Control Z. What you can do is hit R for scale and just kind of bring it in, and as you can see it brings it in flat, and to me that's better. Alright, okay, so if you hit 3, take a look at it. It's very soft, the edge of the eyelid, and you might want it a bit sharpened, so double click on the edge loop that goes all the way around here and hit bevel, and we can make it a bit sharper. So add some segments, so it gives it a bit of a rounded look, because if you take a look with no segments or just one segment, it's too sharp, like you're creating a metallic surface. That's good if you're doing a robot, but this is skin, so there we go, 4 segments, so it's nice and curved, and maybe bring it in. Now it's up to you how you want to play around with the fraction. And so basically I'm just holding Control and left mouse button click, and so I'm just going to bring it so it's fairly tight, maybe like that, and then hit 3. So not bad. Click on this little blue icon to bring the options back, and maybe just make it a bit tighter. Yeah, it's fine. Let's take a look at it with the eyeball, unisolate it, and there you have it. That doesn't look too bad. There you go. We can do the same with this dude, and double click, so we've got the edge loop, hit extrude, R to scale, and just scale it in, and then double click on this edge loop here and hit bevel, and again 4 fragments, and we can just kind of bring it in a bit tighter like that. There we go. And there you have it. So select both eyelids. As we see, we've got history on there, so boom, delete history. That's got to switch on wireframe and take a look at what we've got. And there we go. And the beauty of this technique is if you want to move the eyes about, because like here, if you take a look at the characters moving at a certain direction, and so just imagine that this is the iris for now, but make sure that the pivot is in the center. So click it. Yep, it is in the center. And the beauty of this is you can move the eyeball in any direction and it stays inside the eyelid. You see. So you can make it looking right, left, down, up. So, that's the beauty of it. Okay, and so there you go. So we've got the eyeballs and the eyelids done, and next video we will continue.